Hello everyone and welcome to Trash Mage, your #1 guide to the World of Warcraft Mage class on how to be the worst you could possibly be. I am your host Avon, and today we are going to be talking about some of the class changes to the Mage on the Battle for Azeroth Beta. Now, I am level 112, as you can see. I've leveled a little bit, played this a little bit, tested a few different things. And for the most part, I can tell you that mages aren't super different than they are on live. Today I'm going to be talking about the changes to the Frost specialization, as well as a few changes to mages in general in this video. So for starters, the biggest change I think in Battle for Azeroth, which is across all classes, is the global cooldown change. Now, there's a few spells that are on the global cooldown that used to not be on the global cooldown. For instance, Icy Veins. I think Rune of Power was always on the global. I don't remember. I don't like Rune of Power, so I never take it. It feels different, but not necessarily worse than it feels on live. Is it a good change? I don't know. Is it a, it's just something we gotta live with. So, the other big class change to mages is the addition of Arcane Intellect. So, what this does is gives us 10% intellect for 1 hour. Same old animation, it's back. That's all it really is. So, let's get into it. Frost Mages. So, I'm not going to talk about spell coefficients or anything like that. I'm not going to talk about damage output. For the most part, I will bring it up at some point, just a little bit, just to talk about it. But mostly, I just want to talk about the changes that mages can expect to deal with in Battle for Azeroth. The first one is you go to your pet, and you notice you have Water Bolt, and you have Freeze. Water Jet is gone. Is that good? I don't know. I don't really care, because I never took my pet anyway. I always took only Winter. Another big change that was added, and this is in a recent build, is Flurry now adds a Icicle, which is good, If you look there, Frostbolt and Flurry grant an Icicle. This is another change to our mastery, is that it increases the damage of Frozen Orb right now. So not only is it going to be building Icicles for, your Ice Lance damage, it's also going to be helping with your AoE in Frozen Orb. Fingers of Frost proc changed a little bit, I think. I think it was buffed to Frostbolt and then a little bit of a nerf to Frozen Orb. Obviously, we lose a charge with losing our artifact weapon, but so it goes. Brain Freeze, I think the proc was increased a little bit. I think 5% maybe? It wasn't a huge change, but... another change to Fingers of Frost production is Freeze, no longer procs Fingers of Frost. So you see how you see here? Nothing. No Fingers of Frost. That's really all I think there is as far as spells go. Oh, Cold Snap had Ice Barrier added. That's it. I think that the Frost, the Blizzard cooldown reduction was added to Frozen Orb baseline, or Blizzard baseline. Let me see. Look at the tower real quick. Yeah, okay. So that is now baseline. So, talents. Arctic Gale was removed. Frostbomb was removed. Unstable Magic is now just Frost and Arcane and Fire. Other than that, just some talents got moved around and one thing got added. Well, a couple things got added, actually, I guess, yeah. So, you look here on row 15. We have Bone Chilling, Lonely Winter. an Ice Nova, which is down from here, if I remember correctly. You have Glacial Insulation, same, Shimmer, Ice Flows, Counter Slow, Mirror Image, Rune of Power, all the same as on live. Frozen Touch is different. It's, instead of it being instant Fingers of Frost, it's now an increase to your percentage on Fingers of Frost and Brain Freeze. We have this one that, you know, doesn't work. Ebon Bolt added as a talent, which I think is good because it helps to fill in a gap in our rotation otherwise. Because I mean, it smooths out we're so like dependent on procs as a Frost Mage that I think having something that can consistently proc Brain Freeze is very nice. And I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy that Flurry gives us a Icicle now, because it's smoother damage into Glacial Spike. Frigid Winds, Ice Ward, Ring of Frost, all the same. This row has changed up a little bit. Splitting Ice used to be down here, I think, and it's moved up here now. Comet Storm, which used to be up here, down here, and this is an artifact trait that is now a talent. So Frozen Orb makes Blizzard instant and increases the damage down by 35% for 12 seconds. That is from Ebon Chill added to our talents. So we have a nice little AoE tier here. Ray of Frost was moved up here in place of Comet Storm. Thermal Void, Glacial Spike still there. Thermal Void, I don't think there's any real change to that, what it is on live. Overall, Frost hasn't changed too much other than those talents being removed. I think Ice Nova being on the first tier is very good for leveling. That's going to be just a good thing for, these low-level mages, because now you can either take more damage or you can take this, which is another route, which will make you very survivable. You're never not going to take Shimmer. Shimmer's the best. Ebon Bolt being added as a talent, it's good because it's giving a guaranteed proc. Competing with Frozen Touch, I think that's a good idea too, because that's, again, like, helping with the procs, because, like, we take a look at Fingers of Frost, it's 15% chance right now. If I take Frozen Touch, it goes up to 18% chance. Not great, but, it's either I can have a guaranteed Brain Freeze every 45 seconds, or I can have 18% more likely chance of proccing Fingers of Frost, which, that might also depend on your mastery, because as you can tell, mastery increases your icicle damage, which obviously comes from Ice Lances, so, This row is boring. We don't need to look at it. Freezing, so I've been playing around with this. As you can tell, Splitting Ice also works on Ebon Bolt now, and Glacial Spike, which I think it does on live. So that's very nice because, you have a heavier hitting Ice Lance, but also you get a split on Ebon Bolt, which is just, it's nice. I mean, it's very nice. You have a very hard hitting spell that's going to hit 2 people. I mean, look at that. It almost does 3 times as much damage as Frostbolt. It does about half the damage of Glacial Spike, and it's going to be up a little bit more frequently. So our top row, I don't think I'm ever going to take Thermal Void. It's just not a great talent. I mean, we're going to go from 20 seconds to 30 seconds. Maybe have like an extra 5 to 10 seconds in there from... Maybe have an extra 5 to 10 seconds from Ice Lances. Just, our Ice Lance production isn't what it was in Legion, so I don't think it's going to be a go-to talent. Ray of Frost has changed. It went from, on live, being a 10-second channel, which increased the damage by 20% each time it ticked, and it caused a slow of 50% during the whole channel. Right now, it's a 5-second channel, which deals damage every tick, It slows movement speed by 75%. Each time it procs, it increases the damage in the snare by 10%, and it also generates 2 Fingers of Frost. But here's the thing is, I don't think you're ever going to take this over Glacial Spike, because, I mean, even with Rune of Power, we're talking about 16,000 damage right here. Maybe. I mean, right now, of course, level 112. With, you know, every 75 seconds versus about 10k damage, you know, probably roughly every 10 seconds. So, over the course of waiting for the cooldown for Ray of Frost to finish, I could get off almost 3 Glacial Spikes. To me, that's just not worth it, you know? So, I mean, this is kind of the talent I've been rolling with. I'd probably wind up taking Roman Winter. And then between these two, I think, depending kind of. If it's single target, I would probably take this. If it's cleave, I'd probably take this one maybe. And then if it's AoE, I'd definitely take this one. Oh, somebody here. You know, I mean, like, Freezing Rain, you know, pop that, and I get that instant cast. You know, that's nice, sure. You know, and then I get some Ice Lances in there, hit them with my Evan Bolt. That is a change right there, I think. I don't feel like you can fire off Flurry as fast after Evan Bolt. Versus Splitting Ice, which, you know, I mean, again, these are lower level dummies, but, you know, it's just, you can basically choose that, or you can choose Freezing Rain. I do want to show you Evan Bolt splitting, because I do think that's a very nice change. I think if you take Evan Bolt, you almost want to take... If you take Evan Bolt and you take Glacial Spike, you almost want to take Splitting Ice. I think that might almost be... That. Go ahead and do this, and get yourself, you know, that, and then you can Glacial Spike. So anyway, those are just a few of the changes that Frost Mages can expect to see during Battle for Azeroth. Again, I'm your host, Dathan. Leave a comment in the comment section about how garbage I am or how much you hated this video, and I will be sure to take it into consideration. Otherwise, I will see you guys later, where we are going to talk about the arcane changes for Battle for Azeroth. Thank you. Bye-bye.